Your welds might be half decent, you might even be a good fabricator, but your habits might be telling everybody in the shop that you're a beginner. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we're going over 5 different moves that might be exposing you in the welding shop as a greenhorn. With all the trades jobs out there, especially in welding, it may not seem all that important to stand out from that competition, but if you're brand new, that might be your perfect strategy. So in case you haven't noticed, this trade can be very dog eat dog. It's boom or bust, it's feast or famine. So if you can stand out as that #1 new hire or apprentice, your chances of succeeding are much greater. This first one can be really hard to undo if you've picked up this bad habit along the way, and that's not showing up on time. In the trades and in welding, if you're not at least 15 minutes early, you're considered late. If you show up 5 minutes late with your boots untied, none of your shit's ready, nobody's gonna take you seriously. Show up on time, check your equipment, and be ready to work when that shift starts. Being dependable proves that you're a professional. The ones who show up early, stay late, and chase every chance to weld are the ones that are gonna beat the layoffs come time. #2, acting like you know everything, when the truth is that you probably know only a little bit. Walking into the shop, acting like you know everything, and then turning to the most senior welder and asking them where your ground clamp goes. This screams newbie. As soon as you're labeled a know-it-all, chances are people aren't gonna wanna work with you or even help you. Things are just gonna get more difficult for you because you're gonna have to learn the hard way. Nobody expects you to be perfect. A good employer will understand that you're learning and invest in you. However, ask smart questions, listen and talk less. You'll get way more respect. Now this brings us to #3, asking the same question over and over. Now we get it takes time to learn. However, if you're asking that same question over and over, it kind of shows that you weren't paying attention. Welders are not always the most patient bunch. And aside from exotic materials or specialty equipment, time is an employer's biggest expense. So if your employer is spending time telling you more than once, you're costing them money. For example, before someone tells you, hey, you should probably be writing that down, you forgot it. If you have a hard time remembering things, there's no shame in writing things down. Take notes, try to apply what you've been told. Then if things don't make sense, ask for clarification. #4, rushing the setup. New welders are always in a hurry to get welding. They fit up a little bit and then they weld right away, which oftentimes kind of throws things off. It's super time consuming. So whenever you're fitting that whole thing up, unless it's a sub-assembly, and then we're welding that whole project out. You need to cut and prep your pieces before you fit. You need to square things off and check measurements before you lay any weld metal. In most shops, there's an order of operation when it comes to welding. #1, you're gonna acquire your material. 2, you're gonna cut it to size and do any coping or altering of that material and clean and get it ready for fit up. #3, we do the fit up, we double check, and we even take it to QC if needed. #4 is to weld. And #5 is your finishing. This means cleaning that material of any spatter and getting it ready for paint if it applies. All right, #5, this one's a classic rookie move. Taking too long on low priority stuff. Sometimes we just need a little tack done. Have your gear ready. Be ready to work at any time. Now, if you're not properly instructed or you weren't paying attention, sometimes we can obsess and spend too much time on that stuff that's not important. Sometimes only the bare minimum is required. So if your boss gives you a project and says, don't spend too much time on this, this is code word for, I'm not making a lot of money on it, so let's get it out the door quickly. Sometimes your welder just needs a quick little tack, so be ready, got your long sleeves, have your helmet ready, your gloves, everything that you would need to weld. You're also gonna wanna know the difference between when it's time to lay down a critical weld versus just laying something down that's gonna hold temporarily. A good welder will spend more time on setup than the actual work, and this is where quality starts. So unless you're instructed to do so, don't weld a little bit, cut a little bit, come back, fit a little bit. We want to cut everything, we want to fit everything, we want to weld it all, and then we want to finish. A lot of entry-level jobs, a lot of people will start their career in a general fabrication shops building stairs and handrails and gates and things like that. And those type of employers would oftentimes rather a mediocre welder that can put out product out the door over a superstar welder that's taking too much time and not making them any money. All right, folks, that's a wrap. I hope you enjoyed this. Now to conclude, you want to learn to prioritize and you always want to be teachable. Now being a rookie can really suck, but it's also short-lived if you pay attention. Take the opportunity to get noticed. Show up on time. Don't turn down overtime and don't ever say that's not my job. You might find yourself on that next layoff list. Employers are looking for forward thinkers. Take the time to surprise them in a good way. You can't fake experience, but you can carry yourself like a pro. Fix these 5 mistakes and you're gonna find yourself on the top faster than you think. If you've seen these mistakes in the wild or you've done a few yourself, hit that like button. Drop your most humbling experience in the comments and don't forget to subscribe. And as always, keep those lenses clean.